Alright guys, so I'm actually going to turn this into a YouTube video, which is why you're watching it right now. So what we're doing is I'm just exploring Rust. I'm on a buddy's server, just trying to find some sulfur and not die, which is actually going to be hard to do because uh, for some reason I cannot get my headphones to work correctly with with this game and trying to broadcast. So right now I'm just recording and I will edit and put it up later. So um, and while you're watching me play this, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit. Um, you've probably noticed there's been a huge absence from me and my kids on the YouTube channel. We haven't produced a new video in probably, gosh, I think 5, 6, 7 months. It's been a while. And it's not that I took an intentional break. It was I had to take a break and focus. We've kind of been through hell the past few months, starting all the way back in October of last year. So in October of last year, my mom got sick and she seemed to be going downhill. So she went to a doc. The doc thought it was a advancement of her COPD, and then they had her go see a lung specialist. And on October 28th, they told her that she was stage 4 small cell carcinoma. Both my sisters came down. One lives about an hour and a half north of me, the other one about 2.5. And they both came down. I had to work, so I wasn't going to go to this appointment, even though oh my gosh, I wanted to go to this appointment so bad, but I mean, it scared me so much. You guys have well, let me restate that. Some of you, if you've had to go through this, you have a huge clue of what I'm talking about. You want to go to it, but you're like, oh my gosh, if I go, what if I hear something I don't want to hear? What if I hear something that's, completely and totally devastating and just is going to royally screw my world? And, that's when you doubt whether or not you want to go. And that's where I was. That's the position I was in. I've got my 4 babies to support, and I love my mom. And I don't know. I didn't think I could withstand a mental breakdown. With the thought of possibly losing my mom, because everybody sits there and says, "Oh, stage 4 is a death sentence. Stage 4 is a death sentence." So you hear stage 4, and you're like, "Oh my gosh!" You start thinking the worst. It's like, what in the world? How do we fight this? How do we battle this? So what they gave her a 3 to 18th month prognosis. It's now been October, let me see, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. It's now been 11 months. Duh, it's almost a year. Wow. I didn't realize I hadn't posted a video in that long, guys, so I do apologize. But it's been almost a year, 11 months. And, first, a little bit of good news. Well, actually, as far as I'm concerned, it's the only news that counts. My mom is still around. She's still with us. And she's actually cancer-free. And you guys are probably thinking, wow. And, I'm going to say straight out, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. It was God. These doctors were so sure. 3 to 18 months. We've got 2 years with my mom left. That's basically what they said. So first thing she did was she immediately, she was still at the hospital and threw away the rest of her cigarettes. And she straight up turned her life on a dime. Is the best way to describe it. She cut out almost any and all sugar from her diet. She went ahead and started to eat healthier. She went organic in some aspects. She still eats meat. She's not a vegan. Um, she is, she limits her sugars. She's doing lots of protein. She starts her day with a protein shake, which is kale, spinach, frozen and fresh berries. The darker or reddish type. She doesn't really put grapes or anything lightly colored in her drinks. She also sticks protein powder, stuff like that in there, and just that's basically it. She mixes it up with a little bit of either coconut milk, or she was using cashew milk, but I think she's worried about the sweetness in that, or she's like the coconut milk better. But either way, um, that's what she starts her day with. She eats healthy. She eats lots of sweet potatoes. And over the next 2 months, from October to December, she fought. She fought hard. Oh man, I can't tell you all the days I worried about going to work. I worried about, coming home, or God forbid, waking up and finding my mom dead. And, thank God that never did happen. I never had to wake up and have to be the one to, call 911 and tell my kids, stay downstairs. You're not going to school today, just stay downstairs. Oh my gosh, guys, I had thought in my head so many times about what I would tell them if I discovered my mom like that. Wow. The thought of it scared me so bad. I'm sitting here tearing up, and I know that I'm going to treasure every moment I have with her from here on out. I treasure all the ones I had with her beforehand. But I'm sitting here tearing up thinking about it, because until you go through a situation like this, you will never understand just how hard it is. You see the American Cancer Society and the CTCA, Cancer Treatment Centers of America. You see all of them, and I don't know if any of you ever thought or imagined what they go through, but imagine not being able to go to one of those centers where you don't have the full range of support that they offer their patients, and you still have to go through it. That's what I went through. That's what my sisters and I went through. Anyway, so for a while now, my mom's been going to this chiropractor that he's really big on natural remedies, keeping your spine in line, stuff like that. Just straight up basic wellness. Keep your back in line, make sure that there's nothing out of line, make sure your tendons and muscles are, worked out at least once or twice every day. Not like a heavy workout, going to the gym, lifting, deadlifting anything or whatever, or going for a 5 mile run. Just exercise them so they don't atrophy, I guess is the proper terminology. So anyway, um, so she worked on that, and she also started taking vitamin C. Her doctor gave her this vitamin C plus fizz stuff, and it was halfway decent. I tried it; it was halfway decent, had a good flavor to it, whatnot. But then we started to do more research and more research, and come to find out, vitamin C was the ticket that saved her. And I know there's people out there that are going to listen to this and be like, "Oh, whatever, you're full of it, blah 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 blah." And I'm actually not. Uh, and I'll explain a little more as the story continues. And I know this is probably going to be a long video, guys. You're just going to see me screwing around in Rust and playing around, recycling stuff, freezing my butt off, which I'm probably going to start doing here in a second when I go into this, place. But, give me that hazy. Dang it. Oh, I don't need that one. I'll take the hazy instead. So, my mom started taking vitamin C. And then she started taking more vitamin C. And then we ran into an issue. Um, some doctors out there that are really big on natural vitamin C and lots uh, of it in your body will tell you about this little thing they call uh, bowel tolerance. And if you're wondering what it means exactly what you think it means using that terminology. So go ahead, laugh, giggle, make your jokes. It's funny. I'll admit it. I laughed the first time I heard it, and I was like, wait a minute, what? So basically, what it is vitamin C. I don't know if any of you have ever ate too many oranges uh, while you're up in the morning, or you're just that bored, or you're just that daggum hungry. I don't know. It's whatever. But yeah, if you eat too many oranges, it's just like when you have too much hot sauce. You end up on the toilet for a while. And it probably, if it's hot sauce, it probably hurts and burns coming out. So anyway, um, with vitamin C, it's the same thing. It actually loosens you up. So we had to find a way to get around that. Well, come to find out, vitamin C, which in its raw form is called ascorbic acid, also has another form called sodium ascorbate, which does not affect the body's digestive tract and does not have a quote-unquote bowel tolerance. So we started using that. I'm telling you guys, my mom started drinking 10, 15, 20,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. A day! And then I came across in my research this stuff called IV bars. Now, if you've heard of IV bars, oh my gosh, I know if you've heard of them and you've gone to them, you love them as much as I do. If you haven't heard of an IV bar or gone to one, please go check them out. They are some of the most interesting places to visit when it comes to wellness, and you get such an eye opener when you go there. So anyway, like I said, I'm not going to advertise for anybody because I mean, everybody's basically got the same thing. All you're going to find is a price difference. So find one that you like and find a price that you like and have at it. So my mom started doing vitamin C, and she was only getting about the 25 grams. And then you have to have oh geez, I can't remember the name of the test. I think that's called a GD6 panel or PD6. I'm pretty sure it's GD6. Anyway, you have to have this panel done to make sure that high doses of vitamin C won't kill you. So we went ahead and we got the test done. And when the test was done, we we found out it's not going to hurt her any. So we went ahead and we got the test results to the local IV bar. She started doing high dose, and I'll tell you what, guys, the difference I saw in her as soon as she started taking high dose, as opposed to when she was just taking the lower doses and oral amounts. Oh my gosh! So I can't honestly explain whether or not it was the vitamin C that killed the cancer, or it was the chemotherapy that killed the cancer, and the vitamin C just kept my mom healthy, or what it was. I honestly couldn't tell you. I can't. I don't have proof either way, other than the fact I know this. I know that my mom is still alive. She was told she had 3 to 18 months to live, and as of December 27th or 28th, she was declared cancer free. Now, here's a little bone I have to pick with the hospital she went to. Her I don't think it's a gynecologist. Actually, I think it is her gynecologist or whatever her cancer doctor is. Um, Tried to convince her that her cancer was only almost gone in her PET scan in December. So she continued chemotherapy for another 2, almost 3 months. And then she went to go speak to the radiologist because her doctor kept saying, "Oh, you need to have radio. Uh, uh, oh, what am I thinking? What's it called? Um, radi. A radiologist deals with radioactive waves. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember what it's called, and I'm about to lose my mind. Uh, Radiation. That is. There it is. Radiation. So um, her doctor was saying you really need to have radiation to make sure the cancer is 100% gone. You know, basically just put a period, a stamp, and a footprint in its butt on its way out the door, basically. And my mom was questioning it, but she's like, you know what? Just to please my doctor, I'll go ahead and I'll go see the guy. Well, she went and saw the radiologist, and the radiologist looked at her and said, "You've been through how many months of chemotherapy? You're so vibrant. You're so full of life. Most times when I see people that have been doing chemotherapy that long, they're just blah. You know, they don't have any energy. You know, they're always in pain. They're using walkers. They're on high dose oxygen just because their bodies can't handle what they've had to go through with the chemotherapy for that long." And my mom's just sitting there smiling, bright as day. You know, you could not doubt the smile on this woman, not one bit. But anyway, so he says, you know, I looked at your PET scan, and you've been cancer free since December. And right now, at this point in time, the date of the appointment was in freaking March. When I heard that, I wanted to go rip her gynecologist or whatever the cancer doctor is. I wanted to give her a piece of my mind, rip her a new. Oh, I can't even describe it on here without getting worse than PG, and I try not to do that on the channel. But basically, I was very, 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 very upset. And it's okay. My mom got a little revenge because we had mentioned high dose to her gynecologist, and her gynecologist goes, "Well, I don't recommend vitamin C. You know, you really can't trust it. There's no proof. Blah 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 blah." And we're like, okay, well, when we find proof or we have it work for us, we're gonna throw it in your face, basically. I mean, they didn't say it like that, but it's kind of what we meant. And when you're fighting cancer, throwing it in the doctor's face that you're gonna live, I know it sounds rude to want to do, but when you do it, the feeling is so amazing. But the thing is, though, is it was like late late March, early April when she had this appointment. And she told her all about the high dose vitamin C, doing 50, 75 grams. I mean, guys, if you're not feeling good and you want a quick boost to your immune system, go do an IV bar, just a 25, I mean, heck, a 10-gram bag of vitamin C with other nutrients, especially some zinc, and tell me you don't feel different. Tell me you don't see something inside yourself that you didn't see before you walked in there and had the needle put in your arm in a healthy way. So, what vitamin C? Well, I was getting at this earlier, and I'll go ahead and explain it now. What happened was with the vitamin C. You know, there's not been definitive proof. I will fully admit that vitamin C does anything. But when you compare my mom to two other cancer patients that were friends of our family, or one which was a member of our family, uh, My mom's the last one standing, and none of the other three did any vitamin C. Actually, none of the other three changed anything about their lives, and one stopped chemotherapy altogether. So, if that says anything, there you go. And this isn't me bragging. Please, I don't ever want anyone to ever think that I would brag because someone passed. That's that's wrong on so many levels, and I would never do that. But anyway, um, so uh, we don't know exactly how much effect the vitamin C had, but a couple main things that made us know that it did have an effect is she started taking it right off the bat. I mean, straight up was doing anywhere between 3 to 5 grams a day, which if you don't know the carryover from grams to milligrams, it's 1,000 to 1 basically. So 5 grams is 5,000 milligrams. And I think it's the FDA or some government organization says that you shouldn't have more than about, for women, it shouldn't be any more than about 78 milligrams of vitamin C a day, or that should be your daily dose. Um, and for men, it's like about like 87 or something like that. Well, guess what? My mom was taking almost almost 100 times that, and uh, it didn't kill her. And then at one point in time, I think she was taking probably close to um, almost close to 100, 500 times that when she was doing 50 grams of it straight into her veins. But the cool thing is the only side effects she had to suffer from the chemotherapy or the cancer was she lost her hair. And it's slowly starting to come back, which is what you'll see in my interview with her when we do the documentary. But on top of that, you see um, she didn't have bone pain. She didn't go through bouts of nausea or severe weakness or any of the other side effects that they always talk about with cancer patients. I mean, you see someone that's a cancer patient, you almost instantly know. If you saw my mom, you would have just thought it was a little old lady that had already gone either full bald or shaved off what she couldn't grow, and then she was on a little bit of oxygen. Oh, and that's something else. The main tumor was considered to be in her bottom right lobe of her right lung, and that's looking from the back. Plus, another small piece of cancer showed up in one of her lymph nodes. Well, as of the December PET scan, both were gone. But when the one in her lung disappeared, she used to be on a 4 on a standard oxygen machine, and she went down to a 2. And this was 2 years after she'd been diagnosed with COPD. And I find it very interesting that here we are, you know, 2.5, almost 3 years after she was diagnosed with COPD, and she almost doesn't need an oxygen machine because her lungs are getting so much stronger. So, you know, if 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 you don't think something's right, ask for a second opinion. Ask for a third. You know, if they say someone has COPD and they shouldn't have COPD at that point in their life, have them do an exam for cancer. Stuff like that. They can look for the genomes and everything else in your bloodstream just to get what was that? Oh, must have missed it. Just to get an idea of whether or not someone's going to have it. Um, so when you consider adding on my mom's battle with cancer, multiple chemotherapies, multiple trips to the IV bar, um, going with her to Sam's Club. I I basically put everything in my life on hold, and you know, we all had to deal with it. It wasn't just me, it wasn't just her, it wasn't just my sisters. We all dealt with it together as a family. And she won. And, on top of that, we've had Christmas and oh my gosh, guys, when you have someone in your family with cancer and you're going towards a holiday, you have no clue. Well, here I go again. It's just the thoughts that go through your head that close to a holiday with someone that's got something that could kill them inside. It's really bad. The thoughts that go through your head. Sane, insane thoughts, uh, normal, not normal. It's just, you go through the whole gambit. Um, so, you have all of that, and then you've got middle of school year, end of school year, hockey playoffs, which was my only release. Uh, I'm a season ticket holder for the Colorado Avalanche, and this was the first year I'd ever done it. But I only did it because I wanted to get a good deal on the playoff tickets. And man, I got a killer deal and killer seats for what I paid. And oh my gosh, was that a huge release? Being able to release like that. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't even describe it to you. It was that much for release. So, um, we are going to get the channel back up and going. Just waiting for my buddy to give me back my production gear. I'm going to record a new intro for the Snook Family Studios. Uh, I'm actually going to introduce all the kids into it. I'm going to uh, change the different things that we do. I mean, oh my gosh, guys, we've got tons of things that we want to do and review and adventures to go on. We've got some model rockets we need to shoot up into the sky before it starts frickin' snowing out here, and so on and so forth. So we got a lot planned. Um, I have a couple of reviews that I want to do right away just because kids are doing school stuff and I'm doing other stuff. And it's still hectic, but it's a lot happier of a hectic. So, um, I do appreciate you guys watching the video, and if you made it this far in the video and actually listened to the whole spiel, uh, thank you. I hope I hope anything I've said in this video, if it helps you and your family, I really hope it does. Um, if you're going through what I went through, uh, I'm going to put myself out there. Feel free to reach out if you need someone to talk to. Just message me through through my email or uh, find me on Facebook, ISY, all capitals, no periods, photography, ISY photography. Um, and just message me and we'll link up and we'll chit chat. Um, I love helping people. And if you need to talk because you're going through something similar, feel free to message me. Um, and if everything seems to be going okay and nothing's getting all crazy or weird, you know, I'll probably hand you my phone number and we can chat on the phone, one on one. The only thing I want to say before I end this video is, well, not the only thing, a couple things. Um, Guys, I'm a single father of four. I love my kids with all my heart. I I can't imagine the immense pain that some parents have had to go through watching their kids pass away before them. So I'm going to put that out there first. And I'm going to tell you that I know how much it would kill me inside for something like that to happen to me, to my kids. And the only reason why I say that is I want you guys to understand, you know, if you've got kids or you've got family members and you haven't spent much time with them, take advantage. You never know when they might leave this earth unexpectedly, somewhat expectedly, whatever. It doesn't matter. Nothing should matter more than your family. Nothing. If you've got issues with a sibling or you're in a fight or whatever, squash it. I know sometimes that's hard to do. I know sometimes that, you know, oh, they've committed the most unforgivable sin ever. You know what? I don't ever believe that's true. They might have committed the most you can't forgive them sin, but no such thing as an unforgivable sin. But, um, well, that's without getting all biblical and whatnot. I don't really want to do that on the channel. But the my main point is there's no reason why you can't let another family member in unless they're like just pure poison to you. If they're pure poison to you and those you love around you, I get it. But don't cut them off. Get them help. Do what you can to help them. You know, um, and remember that always cherish what you have because you never know when it could go away, when it could be gone. I had to learn that lesson when I was 22 years old, when my mom's mom, my grandmother, passed away. I was working job after job and just, doing the regular day-to-day crap. And I lost track. I lost track of time. I lost track of everything. And I went to go visit my grandma on a weekend. And I was going to leave while it was snowing. And they're, oh, no, 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 don't leave while it's snowing. No, no, wait till the roads are dry or the snow's melted or whatever. So I did. And the minute I pulled into my grandma's driveway, my mom came out and said, if you want to say goodbye, you better get in here now. And I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to take a ride to go see the woman that I had spent countless summers with in Gering, Nebraska. That I had stayed at her house, slept on her couch, slept on her floor, slept in the guest room on the twin beds with wheels. Uh, I learned how to swim at the local pool in Gering, Nebraska. I uh, I used to go to Oregon Trail days and do the penny catch, and I tried the sandwich eating contest one year and the watermelon eating contest another year. I used to fish all the time. I'd ride my bike from pond to pond to pond and fish and fish and fish all summer long. And I let that go. And I lost a chance to spend more time with a woman that meant so much to me and still does. Because I got lost in my day-to-day life. Don't get lost. Don't forget to cherish those that are around you. If you're a parent of kids that don't live with you, call more often. If your kids haven't seen you in a while, screw it. Take out a personal loan to go see them. I don't care. Do whatever it takes. If it means you got to work a side under the table job just to get some cash so you can afford a little gas and go see your damn kids, do it. There are more important things in this world than a 9 to 5, a paycheck, a fancy car, a video game, a computer, so on and so forth. There are so many things more important. Just make sure you realize that before it's too late. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget the bell icon so you can get updates when new videos are posted, just like this one. Thanks again, guys. I know for some this is probably a hard video to listen to. Probably easy to watch with the volume down, but it was probably hard to listen to. But I thank you for listening if you made it this far. Have a great day, guys. Or night, whatever it is.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.